Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to Scorpio Intuitions family. First and foremost, I want to say I love you. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. Family, today we're going to do a pick a card, okay? It's going to be um, their first impression of you and how do they see you now. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. Oh, I do wanna say for those who been saying they hate my mic, family, you can always buy me another one. Just go to the email and, say, "Hey, Mercy, I want you to have a new mic." You purchased it, I'll give you an address to send it to. How about that? With that being said, family, like I said, today's pick a card is gonna be their first impression of you, and how do they view you now? The first card is this one. So this would be deck one, and this would be deck two. So you guys figure out which deck you want, and we're gonna get into it, okay? Deck one, deck two. Uno, dos. One, two. All right. Let's go ahead and dive in. Family, before you get started, I want you to know take what's for you and leave what's not. um, yeah, pretty much it. Alright. Most High, when it's dealing with those who picked deck one, Spirit, the person that they're thinking about right now, what was their first impression of our collective? What was the first impression that they had of our collective? Mm, Spirit. What was their first impression that they had of our collective? All right. The first thing I see is the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles speaks of basically being busy, working. This person could have definitely felt like you may have been very busy working on your finances. You could be busy at work where the person could feel that when they first met you, it was more like you probably didn't have enough time for a connection. You probably didn't have a enough time for some type of union. They felt like you wanted one, but maybe the way that your life was going, you didn't. They didn't. You probably didn't. They didn't feel like they had enough time to give to a situation because they were very much focused on their finances. This person wanted you. They felt like they felt like you were very busy. You were not sure of what you wanted, but they knew you wanted a connection, but not knowing if you had enough time. With the sun, this person felt that you were everything they wanted. This person can see a new beginning with you. They saw happiness, they saw a future. They could have even saw a family. When they first met you, they saw a new beginning. Something that was so different from what they were accustomed to, and they felt like you were someone that they wanted to commit to because you gave them everything about you said you're the one. And when they first met you, they felt like you were their beginning, their end. You were their end all be all. But they did feel like you were too busy, like you could have been working so much to where maybe you didn't see it. They knew you wanted it, but maybe you were not willing to, I'm hearing like sacrifice the time to get it, or you probably didn't feel like you had time to give them what it is that you desire. It's something about finances. When this person first saw you, they felt like you were definitely a hustler, someone who wanted an amazing beginning, but needed more finances to obtain it. I do see it with the 2 of Cups. When this person first met you or when they first saw you, they felt like you were their partner. They felt like it was something about you where they could not really pull back from. They didn't want to be too, it's like too direct, too clingy, because it was something about knowing that you were what they wanted, but even though they were focused on their finances, um, they felt like you could have been very focused on your finances. They felt like you were everything they wanted, but they didn't want to rush in too quickly because they didn't want you to be thrown off or felt like they would be too clingy. This person felt like with the 10 of Pentacles, whoever this is, when they first saw you, their first impression of you was you were everything they wanted and more. It was your mind, how strategic you were, how you handled yourself, the way you spoke, the way you dressed, your loyalty, how you were very observant of them, their movements, and their behavior, how you can call out things that they were not accustomed to people calling out or acknowledging. You were seer. It's like you're s- you can see things through them that people that were around them for a while couldn't see. They knew you were very much focused on your wealth. You were focused on winning. And when I mean winning, I don't mean like whatever you put your mind to, they knew you were very adamant and consistent on being the best version of yourself. This is something that attracted them to you so much. But also, even though a lot of people admired this about you, they were attracted to you because you were very focused. You didn't let the people around you who admired you distract you. And this person was very observant of you. Their first impression of you was you were standoffish. You were not quick to jump into things. It's like this person could have definitely saw other people interested in you, but the way you responded to them, to those who were could have been giving themselves to you, was interested, you did not just go for the first thing. And that turned them on because it let them know that if they did pursue you, you wouldn't be like an easy target. You're not someone that's easily conquered. Uh, you're not someone that's easily entertained. You were a little picky. This person could have even saw you as being distant or very preserved. You preserved yourself. It was something about you being everything, but not letting anything come in to give you what sounded good. When this person first saw you, they saw you as the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is someone that was very self assured, secure, someone who worked for everything they had, someone who was very abundant, not because of anybody, not because people gave it to you, but because you worked for it, which was a reason why you did not entertain anybody that was trying to entertain you. This person saw you as the one. All right. They saw you as someone that they can have a long life with, longevity, because you've done so much by yourself. You were um, very self-sufficient, independent. They saw your independency. They saw your strength. They saw what you had It wasn't given to you because you wasn't willing to get it from anyone who was willing to give it to you. It's something about your hustle, your independency. I keep saying independent, so when this person saw you, you could have definitely been by yourself and okay with it. You are not someone who was willing to try to impress people because they saw you as impressive. Person did with the 3 of Swords. This person saw you as someone who could have been through a lot of pain because of how you carried yourself. See, when you go through things, you're not entertained by anything because it's like at one point in time before they knew you, you probably went for things that were easy. And the way you reject it, certain attention, if it's not the right attention, you didn't want it. And this is what they saw in you. And they saw that the reason why you were like you were was because you've been through the things that you are not entertaining. This person's first impression of you was that you've endured a lot, which is the reason why you are where you are. Very self sufficient, very observant, very standoffish. You don't want anything in your energy. And that picky energy is what attracted them to you. This person feels like with the King of Swords, you they feel like you are not easily accessible. This person see that you have no problem with cutting people off. Their first their first impression of you was you are hard to get because you've been through a lot. And when those who had you, they misused you. So now anybody else after those lessons, they had to work for you. This person knew that they had to come correct. I'm seeing here with the Judgment, their first impression of you was that you had no problem with telling it like it was. You had no problem with um, letting someone know what was on my. You were assured. Their impression was that you knew what you wanted and you were not going to accept anything that was not what you wanted. You were not the one to settle. And again, like I said, your sternness when they met you turned them on. This person sees you as someone that could be very much hard to get, but it made them want you more because they knew if and when they got you, you would not be easily swayed. You were disciplined. It was your discipline. Your discipline turned them on. Even though they didn't know that they could obtain you, they knew if they did, you would be disciplined enough to reject outside energy. Yeah. This was their first impression of you. Most High, well, how does this particular person feel about deck one now? How does this person feel about deck one now? This person feels like you have a lot of options, meaning that you have a pick, meaning you are very desirable. You are someone who has an option to choose from a multitude of individuals or things. You are a little to some people this person sees now, they see that a lot some of your options could see that you're scary, but because you have so many pros to you, they're willing to go that way. This person feels that right now. They feel like a lot of people want you permanently. A lot of people want you to be a part of their everyday life. They feel like you could be in a particular mindset where you're not sure which options you want, But this person feels like you have so many options that you could choose whatever you like, which I do feel like creates insecurity within an individual. They feel right now that they want to move forward. They feel like you could be wanting something new. You're someone who loves to learn. You're ready for something new. You're ready for something solid, but you are again hesitant on picking an option because you're not sure which one is going to be right for you. So you're still in this period of figuring it out or observing because like I said, you when they first met you, their first impression was you're very observant, you're very cut offish, but you know what you want and now it's just kind of figuring out what it is that you want, not wanting to pick the wrong thing. They feel like you're very wise. You study anything and anyone that you can consider an option. This person feels about you right now that you're understanding. With the temperance, it's like you're very mild toned. I feel like with this energy, it's like you're understanding, you're peaceful, and you like to study an individual before you pursue it. And even if it is an option that you don't pursue fully, you still want to understand it, even if you have to separate yourself from it. This person see you're very, very wise, emotionally intelligent. They see you don't let a lot of things get to you. They see you are willing to pour into someone's cup to see what can come back from it. Also, this person feels like you're willing to take the time to understand, get to know, to see if what you are giving your attention to at that time can give you what it is that you desire. If not, you will remove yourself from it. With the Queen of Pentacles, this person sees you as someone that's very stable, very organized, someone that is very detailed in their own craft. They feel like you are an expert in whatever it is you do. It's something about financially. This person could definitely see you as someone who knows how to create wealth from uh, a particular talent. They see that you're very detailed. Again, I'm seeing focus. They still see you as someone who is focused on what they want, what they want to accomplish. Even though you have a lot of options, it's like if those options do not fall in line with what you are doing, you are not willing to entertain it. With the Queen of Wands, this person sees you are very, very sexy. They feel that you are someone that gets the job done. You're not just a sayer, but you're a doer. They feel like you're very mystical at that. It's something about you that intrigues them. You have this mystery energy. You're very, mm, I don't want to say witchy, but you're very mysterious. And this turns them on because you leave this person wanting more. With the Nine of Swords, this person feels like right now you're not really sure on what it is that you want. It's not so much of what it is that you want, but it's if what you want is going to come to you. They see you as someone who is kind of stuck between wanting to move forward with somebody and wanting to still hold back because you don't. want to be tangled up or tied up in something that is not for you. You want something that's balanced, but they feel like the energies that you have been encountering are not balanced and it's kind of like restricting you. They feel like right now they see you as someone who doesn't want to be restricted. You're still trying to figure out what it is that you want and where you're trying to go. What is the last energy here? How does this person feel about our collective? They feel like you are victorious. This person feels like whatever you are going to do next, you are a winner. They feel like you can't fail. And it's because of your discipline, because of how focused you are, because of how cautious you are of allowing certain energies in toward you. And also, this person feels like you're a very picky and choosy lover because you don't want to choose the wrong thing because you've had the wrong thing in the past. And right now, they see you as someone that is very abundant and is always winning. And for you to want anything, they have to be a winner as well. All right, family. That was deck one. And if you guys don't mind, you could put the timestamp of deck one and deck two, and I will pin it. All right, family. So for those who chose deck two, this message is for you. Most High, for those who chose deck two, what was the first impression of the person that they're thinking about? What was the first impression? So, how to the first impression that they thought about you were you were the Queen of Pentacles. You were someone that was very much stable in authority. You took care of business. They felt that you were very nurturing, mothery, but you were someone that knew how to get the job done. This person felt that you were very abundant. Even though you didn't show how you got your stability, you always operated in stability. This person felt that you had more, there was more to you than you showed, but the energy that you had around you, pal, too, you showed that you had it. Even if you didn't, when they saw you, your energy was boss energy. Your energy was, you're very generous. How to this person's first impression was your generosity, was you you were not looking for anyone to give you anything, but you were the giver. So they felt like you were like a part of source. You had this type of I got it energy that really made them feel some type of way. I do see their first impression was that you were not sure in which direction you wanted to go, if you wanted to be with somebody or if you wanted to still do your own thing. They felt that you were, I want to say, like, this person's first impression was that you were very free. You were free to the point to where you wasn't afraid to let loose, but you also wanted some type of but you were also you were like you were outside, but you were still a homebody. You wasn't sure if you wanted this home atmosphere yet, but you were still exploring your freedom. You were someone that if you wasn't as generous, as loving, they could have felt that you could have I keep hearing you didn't look like what you were. Meaning, when this person first impression, like you could have looked just sight, if it was just off sight, they could have felt like you could have been someone who wanted, you could have been a gold digger. You could have been someone that was really loose. But once looking at you and how you acted, it was more so on you were a boss that did what you want. This person felt like you were very free even though they wasn't sure what you wanted, if you wanted a relationship, if you wanted a permanency, you could get what you wanted because you had it financially, but at the same time, you still had this free energy about you that really made them confused. Their first impression of you, they were confused because you looked it one way, you acted a different way, and they just didn't know what to put you in. You were unboxable. I'm seeing here with the devil here. This person felt like when they first met you, they could have felt like you could have had habits that you did not. Um, this person could have felt like you could have been addicted to something, or they could have felt like you were addictive. They could have felt like their first impression was you could have been a little toxic because it was something about you having some type of financial uh, authority. Also, being free, not afraid to let go or be yourself. You're very authentic. Their first impression was that you were authentic. You didn't need anything because you got it. You could have been buying drinks. Or something. I don't know. It's something about your generosity. It's something about you being free, letting go, carefree. Person's first energy of it was that you was carefree, but they felt like you could have been toxic have because you had this type of stability. You were carefree. And it was a lot of people who wanted you. This person felt like you had options. And those options could have definitely been obsessive over you. And if somebody could have felt that you were untainable. Because I'm seeing here with the Queen of Pentacles, if you got money but you're still not afraid to let loose, you're generous, but you still are like it's like you don't care what people say because you have it. But at the same time, that energy creates obsessive energy towards you. And also this person's first impression was like maybe you could have been toxic. I'm seeing here with the Five of Cups, this person felt like you had no problem with leaving people behind. You had no problem with telling people who were obsessed with you, I'm not messing with you, or to cut them down. So, which makes me feel like when this person first saw you, you could have had a lot of people around you wanting your attention, but you didn't care. You only cared about enjoying yourself, which, which made you more, uh, which made people more obsessed with you. It's like appearing to be available, but not being available. And people like what they can't have. And this person saw that and they were just like, who is this person? They felt like you had magic because you, they could have felt like you was a tease as well. You had this energy where it's whatever I like, I do what I want type energy. They felt like you get whatever you want, not only because you can afford it, but because everybody wanted to give it to you, but you didn't have to take it. So it's like this person just their first impression was that you get what you want. You got people flocking at your feet. With the Four of Pentacles, this person saw the reason why you were so they felt like you were toxic because you could have they feel like a tease. With the Four of Pentacles, you left people out. It's like your free energy, your sexiness, your independency cause people to be drawn to you, but then you will reject them, and that would make people want you more. This person saw you as a beautiful problem. Yeah, that sounded about right. They felt you were a beautiful problem. Most high, the person that our Scorpios are thinking about right now, how do they view our Scorpios at this present moment? How do they view our Scorpios now? With the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, they view you as someone that is not afraid to express what they want. You're someone who is not afraid to say what it is you want. And it's like an energy of standing on business. So I feel like how they first saw you as a tease, someone that was so alluring, they realized that you had a mind because this Knight of Swords speaks of very fast. So it means like if something goes on, you have no problem with addressing it. You're not someone that's timid. You're not someone that is a what they call it, somebody that piggybacks off of other people's thoughts. You had a mind of your own, and you did not have, and you were not, you're not afraid of expressing it. Right now, with the Seven of Pentacles, they feel that you're someone that works hard and you speak about what you know about. This person feels that you are very wise as well. It's more so on when you talk about things that you have looked up, you have worked on, you have researched. They feel this is more attractive because I feel like this person has witnessed you're passionate. They feel like you get this high when you talk about passionate things. And even though you can be very standoffish at times, when it's something you know, you have no problem with interjecting or stopping someone to inform them on what you have worked. And that part makes, like you said, they feel somebody feels like right now, when you know what you know, you're not going to shut up. You're going to tell them what you know. They feel like right now, with the Six of Cups here, they feel like you're someone, it's like you remind me of a scorp that I once knew. This person feels like you are home, like they've known you before. They feel like you're familiar. I'm also seeing how they feel about you now is that you're someone that they could have known in a past life, or you remind them of someone that they knew. They feel right now that you are someone that's solid, someone that they wouldn't mind having longevity with, somebody that they wouldn't mind marrying. They wouldn't mind knowing for the rest of their life. This person feels like you are something, you're a change. You're something that they've been missing that they want. With the hermit, this person also feels like at this time that you're someone who keeps what you know to yourself until you need to express it. They feel like you're very much isolated. You isolate yourself. You when they it's like this person feels like you do more studying or you're very informative. Like you do like you're very in tune. You research more things or you know more things than the outside world would think you do because you don't look like who you are. And with this hermit card, this person feels like you are very okay with being by yourself. And when you are by yourself, you work on yourself. So these last two cards, I got the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Chariot. The Chariot is this person feels like you don't say too much, but when you do, you're saying everything. They feel like you're very victorious at this time. They feel like whatever you've been working on when you go ghost, they feel like you pull away when you need to heal or you're learning. And when you pop up in a way that is unexpected. This person feels like right now there's a lot of victory coming towards you. They feel like you're moving into a victorious state. You're not telling anybody, but they can feel it. The way you act. I'm also hearing right now this person feels that when you speak on what you know, but you don't speak a lot, which makes this person wonder how much do you really know? They feel like you will walk away from anything that does not serve you. Anything that doesn't love you, doesn't respect you, doesn't serve you, they feel like you have no problem with cutting them off. And again, with the 9 of Wands, this person feels like you don't give a fuck. This person feels like if it's an energy of if someone hasn't done what you've done, the research. Okay, first, this person feels like you're very smart. They feel like you only talk about what you know about, but you know about a lot, even though you don't talk about it. This person feels like you're quick to cut people off that you know that are not informed because it's like it's useless, which makes me feel like whoever this is, they're very observant. This person watches the shit out of you. Also, I'm hearing your facial expression. The reason why you're so intriguing because you really don't give a fuck. You tell people like, if somebody's talking about something they don't know about, you'll voice your opinion. If they're still in their ignorance, you're kinda like, "Man, fuck it. I ain't about to fuck with your dumb ass." Like, it's kinda like that energy. This person feels like you're willing to inform, but if someone doesn't wanna learn, you're just like, "Well, fuck it then." And last but not least, with the 3 of Wands, this person feels like you are looking to go to that next level, like you're searching to go to the next place. They feel like you're waiting for something to happen so you could make a big move, but because you don't speak on what you're working on, this person is just anticipating you to make another move, but this move is gonna be big because they know the way you think, they know the way you act, they know how you're not trying to impress people, they ain't trying to that's not impressive. This person feels like you're about to make a move, and they don't know what it is, but they know whatever it is, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be victorious. And whatever it is, they feel like you got it in order. All right, Virgos, this is your message. If anything resonated, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, that's about it. I love you guys. Toodaloo.